Hey you guys, and welcome to my channel. This is a video response to the question that I put on my private support group, which is what has been the biggest hurdle in your healing process of getting over narcissistic abuse. And this one I've seen over and over and over and over again. All right, and that is trust. People talk about not trusting themselves, not trusting other people, and just trust. I've seen that over and over again. Now, first of all, I have made a two-part series on trust already on this channel about a year and a half ago, you guys. And I highly recommend that you watch that. It's under the playlist, Increasing Your Emotional Maturity. It's the first two videos on that playlist. I will tag it to the end of this video, all right? Watch both of those videos, you guys, all right? But let's see, what can I reiterate with those videos without repeating myself, so to speak. One of the survivors says she's having a hard time trusting herself again, although she's making great strides. So let me just provide some clarity on that. I talk about this a lot in coaching you guys. When you start reiterating new mentalities and you're reprogramming yourself and you first get out there, it's like a weak muscle that needs to be strengthened. Your old ways and all of that is still actually very fresh in your mind, and it is actually still more dominant because you've done the old ways more than the new way that you're going to be incorporating moving forward. So that could actually make you feel insecure. It could, if you don't have the right perspective, and make you feel a little nervous and a little shaky on yourself because you've still gotten it wrong more times than you've gotten it right. And now that you know what to do, now it's going to be a matter of reinforcing it and projecting it and being assertive about it moving forward, you guys. And those are two different things. I'm going to tell you that right now, because you might find in the beginning that you know what to do and you still may at times still do the wrong thing out of habit. All right. Because like I said, you've done it so many times and you've created a habit. A bad habit, but a habit nonetheless, you guys. So when we have the emotional maturity to understand it, like, okay, I know I'm coming from that place, but that really truly is the old me. I'm in full acceptance of what it is, what is going to be moving forward, and how I need to move and change moving forward. And I believe in myself. I'm going to have faith in all of the hard work that I've done. I'm going to have confidence, because that's what it is at that point. Your confidence is lacking because you haven't done it a lot of times yet, and it's still new to you. All right. So it's your confidence that's going to have to be worked on. Now, that's one issue. So I wanted to just address her statement with that. And then for those of you who aren't trusting yourself, that's going to apply for you as well. Now, as far as trusting others, like I said, I made the part 1 and 2 videos about how you should be having a relationship with trust. All right, because we do have a relationship with trust, but we need to know how to utilize it appropriately with our external and internal environment. But right now we're going to be jumping into the external. Now, there isn't a perfect person on this earth, so nobody should be getting 100% of your trust. Nobody. You have to always leave space for imperfections, you guys. And I reinforce that time and time again in the part 1 and 2 series that I made on trust, that I highly recommend that you watch if you're having these issues. You don't need to have trust issues, because I'm going to tell you something that's going to bring it all together. When you trust yourself appropriately, there won't be such an emphasis on needing to trust your external environment, because now I can trust myself to handle whatever you're going to do. I can trust myself to protect myself. I can trust myself to leave if need be. I can trust myself not to take it personally. I can trust myself not to fall apart. I can basically trust myself to protect myself and not be overly attached to anything externally. So when you have that going on, I don't need to trust you on a certain level, because I'm already going to consider the angles. I'm already in my emotional maturity of knowing no one's perfect. So I'm not going to be expecting perfection. out of people because it's just setting myself up to be blindsided and let down anyway. So I'm going to have the right mentality, and that's the issue right there. We have to have the right mentality and perceptions. You shouldn't be hyper vigilant, because I know that was a concern on the thread. Oh, I'm hyper vigilant. It's normal. I'm going to tell you that right now, and I've made videos on that. I have to try to make a note to attach that video. You guys haven't been going through my videos, I feel, because a lot of the stuff that you guys are saying on the threads, I have addressed them in videos. There's videos for that if you go and do the due diligence and do the work on yourself, okay? But it is a stage that we go through when we're hyper vigilant, when we first get back out there, especially in a romantic dating or even making friends, because we're still thinking about the past. We're dragging the past into the present. But if we've done the work, we know that we're going to have healthy standards and boundaries. We know that we're going to have a different kind of picker. We know that we're not rushing and jumping into people. We know that we're not going to just always take people at face value, because we know that people can wear masks. So it's all types of things, and then some, that will be taken into these new experiences, but we have to have faith in ourselves. So the running theme here is ultimately we have to have trust in ourselves, you guys. The more trust we have in ourselves, the less we need to have it in the external. The less trust we have in ourselves, the more we're going to need it in external. So just kind of think of it as a scale working that way. Okay. All right. So I hope that this is helping someone. And everyone's not a bad guy. Everyone's not a narcissist. But we go through those stages, especially early on, because we're being hyper vigilant because we don't want to experience it again. It's a plus and a minus. It's an indication that you're willing to be proactive and not repeating cycles. So that's a good thing. But now we have to have a balance, because once we say that we're hyper vigilant, we're on edge. We're just looking for problems. We're not looking for blessings. We're not looking for good things. We're looking for problems. And a lot of times when people are looking that hard, they tend to create the problems. We create this, we see things that aren't there. The person might have just been like, excuse me. And you might have, excuse me. Like, you take everything to the left. You're taking everything negative. Like, I didn't even have an attitude with you. I really just meant excuse me. And everything that people are doing, you're looking for the shady side and the negative side of it. There's nothing wrong with seeing angles. But someone in their emotional maturity will be able to acknowledge an angle without accusing someone of it or putting that on them without knowing or having enough information to make that a fact. I can think something without it being a fact. I can be aware of something that I won't never be blindsided because it did cross my mind. I'm not going to accuse you of it. I'm not going to put you in that box without knowing yet. All right. So it's a balance, you guys. It's a balance. But like I said, the more we trust ourselves, the more adequately we're prepared to interact with our external and internal environment, the better we'll be able to have that trust with ourselves, and the less we're going to need to have it with other people. All right. So I hope that this helps someone. And if you are struggling with trust, because this is a big dog. This is a big dog. All right. You're going to watch those other 2 videos. You're going to hit me up for private coaching, and we can break this down and get to the meat of it and cure you of this. All right. We can get over this hurdle to where you can get into a normal space with this. All right. Take care, you guys.